Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Take these off, the glare. The glare, the glare. Turn my fan on because I'm sweating and having a hot flash. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to tag everybody so you will see this when you see it. Conflab it. All right. So, come on. I'm excited to share this with you. So I was talking in my main group this morning. It is Thursday morning, in case you've forgotten. I colored my hair. It's a whole lot better. Anyway, bam. Just wanted to tell y'all it works. Let me get a sip of water here. Just wanted to tell y'all that it works. So, had to run out to the store. I was doing 90 miles an hour, by the way, at the store. Well, 90 miles walking around the store. Just wanted to get in there and do what I had to do, leave out. I had on my mask and my gloves. Hopefully I didn't cross-contaminate too many things. Got to bring my sanitizer with me next time. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and encourage you guys that it works. So in the big group this morning, I shared about a strategy that I used yesterday. And it helps. I mean, it actually works, and it helped me today as well. And I'm going to continue to use it. And I know this is our private area, private group where we come in and share stuff. And I wanted to share this with you that it actually does work. So I'm at the store walking around, gathering up a few things that was essential for me to buy. Okay? Anyway, one of them was going to be nail polish, but they didn't have the brand that I liked. And yes, that is essential, because it is essential that my toes be cute, even if I'm the only one that has to look at them. Okay? I'm going to have cute toes. I'm a scrubber myself. It might take a little Comet and some Brillo pads. That's beside the point. My toes going to be cute. Okay? Even if it's just me walking around the house with my sandals on in the house. All right, let me get to the point. Anyway, it worked. The strategy worked. What's the strategy? Telling yourself that you are overcoming. I've decided. All right, let me write this down. I need to write this down so I can make sure that I type this in my notes. Whatever you don't overcome has the power and your unconscious permission to dominate you. Okay, whatever you don't overcome has the power and your unconscious permission to dominate you. Hey, Miss Sherry, I hope you're doing well today. Whatever you don't overcome has the power and the unconscious permission by you. You give that thing that you don't overcome, you have given it your unconscious permission to dominate you. Whatever you don't overcome has the power and the unconscious permission by you to dominate you. We give things our unconscious permission by not overcoming it. I said in the main group this morning, Temptations come to us as a means for us to overcome it, Miss Sherry. We get to find out what's in us. We get to find out that we have the greater one on the inside of us. We get to find out what we're made of based on the temptations we do or do not overcome. Being an overcomer is a purposeful act. No one overcomes anything by accident. We have to overcome on purpose. It has to be an intentional act to overcome something. Temptations come whether we permit it or not. But overcoming the temptation, that is completely up to us. And it has to be an intentional, purposeful act to do it. And everything we don't overcome has the power and our unconscious permission to dominate us. So I'm walking in the store, grabbing a couple of things that I needed. And of course, that little thing, that temptation is hanging around the corner, right? And I on purpose had to say out of my mouth, I am overcoming that. So by me speaking out of my mouth that I am overcoming that, it takes the power away from the temptation. Oh my goodness, this is so good. By me confessing with my mouth and talking with my mouth, I'm overcoming this. It takes that power away from the temptation. The temptation says, oh, what? She talked back to me. So I'm walking and it's there. And I said, I'm overcoming that. So since I'm overcoming that, I get to choose whether or not I give in. I get to choose whether or not I actively participate in my own demise. Oh my goodness, that's a good word. I get to choose consciously whether or not I'm going to participate in my own demise. If I'm going to self-inflict with overeating. Overeating is an act of self-infliction. It is the most acceptable form of self-abuse and neglect is overeating. We are the abused and the abuser by what we allow to be stuffed into our bodies. Miss Janine, how are you? I hope you're doing well. And I had to get that. And I'm like, Lacey, the temptation comes so you can overcome it. That's the power that's in you. You are an overcomer. Good day, Miss Janine. Janine, you're an overcomer. All of you wonderful ladies that are a part of this Fresh Focus and that are a part of Fruit and Seed and that will hear this on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else you're going to hear it. All of us are overcomers, and the temptation comes up against us so we can overcome it, so we can be strengthened in that area. It's so different for each and every one of us. Me, I'll never have a temptation with alcohol because alcohol has never been an issue. So I will never get tempted there. I'll go a step further. I don't have issues with bread. Nope. I can be walking down the bread aisle at the store. Yes, it smells good, but I will never have a temptation to go in on the bread. Never. But you're talking about sugar? Oh, that's a different story. I'll go even as far as chips. Chips, I can take them or leave them. You know, the saying is true. You can't just eat one J's. You can't eat just one. That's true. But if I don't have them for a time, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But when it comes to sugar, me and sugar, we have an issue. Good. Hey, Roxanne, Miss Roxanne. Me and sugar, we got an issue, but get this, it worked. It worked yesterday and it works today, and I'm still working on talking to it. Miss Janine, you can talk to that thing. Miss Sherry, yep, we gonna talk to these cookies and tell them, guess what? That scripture, greater is he who is in the world. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world, applies everywhere, including this area. We think it's just for the demonic area. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to people or whatever, it is about that too. Because I'll say this again, whatever we don't overcome, Miss Janine, you've been clean with bread all week, girl. You better work. Whatever we don't overcome has the power and the unconscious permission and our unconscious permission to dominate us. Whatever we don't overcome. And overcoming is an intentional, purposeful act. We have to overcome on purpose. It never happens by accident. Never. And guess what? We're going to have to open up our mouth and use our words. We cannot fight a temptation in our head because that's where the battle is. Y'all don't hear me. The battle is in your mind. You cannot listen. The enemy is the master of mind games. We will always lose when it comes to the mind games of the enemy when we try to fight them here. Oh, that's good. I ain't getting no hearts. I ain't getting no hand. Listen, that's good. You cannot fight a temptation in your mind because that's where the temptation is, in your mind. You have to fight the temptation with your words. Words cancel thoughts. I'm going to write that down. That was good for me. Words cancels thoughts. Words cancels thoughts. You have to say it long enough, but your words, all right, words cancels thoughts, but words eventually will become thoughts. Oh, that's good. But words can become thoughts. Now, the thing with that is that we have to say it long enough. Say it. Say it. The word is near you, even in your mouth and in your heart. We have to take the Bible literally. We have to take the Bible just as he says it. Miss Yvonne, how you doing? We have to take God at his word, that it works in every area of our life. The word is near you. If you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart, you will be saved. Not just only salvation from the Father, but saved from the thing that's trying to take you out. What's the thing that's trying to take us out? What's the thing? What is it? So you have to say something. You have to say, you know what? Number one, I'm overcoming this. Number two, I am bigger than this. And we're not talking about size either. We're talking about bigger in courage. I'm stronger than this. I'm stronger than this food. I'm stronger than this negativity. I'm stronger than the sadness. I'm stronger than the depression. We've got to, I said this morning, do the things that make for joy. We have got to get into a place where we on purpose put the joy of the Lord out in front of us for the day, or we cannot be overcomers without the joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord precedes the overcomer. All right, I hope this is helping. Because I tell you what. Come on. As I try to put this in place right quick. The joy of the Lord will usher the overcomer into victory. Maybe the question needs to be is how bad do we want to overcome? Yes, Roxanne, we are bigger. We're stronger than the sugar habit. We're stronger. We're bigger. We're stronger. We can ask the Lord. You know what, Lord? You know what? All right, I'm overcoming this. Giving you an example. I am overcoming this sugar habit. Lord, you told me to taste you and see that you are good. God, you are sweeter than this sugar. Manifest your goodness in me now. Because you're better than this. You're better than this. And I'm stronger than this. And I want to make you happy today. God ain't never mad at us. But don't we want to make him happy? Just by our effort. I'm not saying we're going to be 100, but we can be 80. Can we do 80%? 90? Can we? But we have to shift our perspective, get the joy of the Lord out in front of us, and begin to decree and declare, I'm bigger than this. Number one, I'm overcoming this. I am overcoming this. This is a place of overcoming. And I'm so excited because I get to build up strength. I get to build up muscles. Who don't want a six-pack in the spirit? I'm a clap. That made me so excited. I'm going to have a soft two-pack right here. Soft two. The upper and the lower. But you know what? In the spirit, I can have a six-pack. But we got to work out. We got to work what he's given us in order to build up those muscles, to build up that six-pack in the spirit. So nothing to be able to shake us and break us and take us down and say, you know what? I'm stronger than this. And so that temptation comes up against us and we get to buff up. We get to say, I'm overcoming this. And I'm overcoming this. I'm an overcomer. I have overcame. You know what? Listen, I love Black History Month, but one song, and it might not be you, and that's okay. One song. And I hope this don't taint you. I mean, you love the song if you want to. I do not like We Shall Overcome. I don't like the song. Why? Because it's a victimization song. What you mean you shall overcome? How long you been singing that song? A six-pack in the spirit. How long we been singing that song? You mean to tell me we ain't overcome nothing yet? I just don't like it. That's just me personally. I don't like victimization songs. I don't like songs that will echo to me and try to convince me that I'm a victim. You mean to tell me we've been singing that song for the last 65 years and ain't nothing done happened? We could at least say we've overcame this, that, and the other. All right, Lacey, get to the point. The point is it worked. What else is the point? You got to open up your mouth, boo. You got to open up your mouth and say something. You got to open up your mouth and begin to declare, I am overcoming this. But guess what? There will come a point when we have overcome. Yeah. I don't want to always be overcoming this particular thing. There has to come a time when we've overcome that. I know there's times in your life when you've overcome stuff. It has to be. Just search. Just look. Can I be overcoming somewhere else? I want to still be overcoming there. Well, first of all, we're bringing up the song, we shall overcome. What is it that you're trying to overcome? How do you know if you've overcome or not when you can't even articulate the thing you need to overcome? I'm going to clap right there. Articulate the thing you need to overcome so that you can identify when you've overcame. So you'll know that you are an overcomer. But we are overcomers, but this is it. The enemy is banking on us not knowing that we've already overcome. The enemy is banking and he is rested and he has resolved the fact that God's people are victims of their own thought process. Oh, that's good. He's concluded it. He ain't got to fight too much. Not at all. Honey, nope. Why? Honey, what else could he say? Look at here. Your people can't even control their eating habits. How are they going to lay hands on the sick? And they sick. I'm just talking how he talks. We know how he talks, right? How are they going to do that? They can't even resist that. It is. It's a continuous challenge, but it don't have to be forever. All right, so let me put it to you this way. When I came When I left the former house and came over to this new place that I am now, there was some stuff I concluded I was going to have to live with. My father issue was one of them. I just concluded before I left, I'm going to have to live with that. But you know what? There's a little scripture in John 8:32 says, if you abide in my word, you'll be my disciples. You'll know the truth, and the truth will make you free. I was stuck right there for years because I could not reconcile the reality that I was not free in some areas. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. You said I will know the truth and the truth will make me free. So since I'm not free, there's a truth that I don't know. So you know what? I refuse to believe that I have to forever have to fight against this enemy. I refuse to believe it. Because you said if I abide in your word, I'm going to be your disciple. I'm going to be your disciplined one. And I'll know the truth, and the truth will make me free. So if I'm not free in an area, there's a truth I don't know. If you're not free in an area, there's a truth you don't know. That's Bible. If you abide in my word, you'll be my disciples. Look it up. St. John 8:32. You'll be my disciple. You'll know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The truth will set you free, make you free. Whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So if I am not free in an area, there's a truth that I don't know. So the issue has to be what I don't know. What is it that I don't know, God? Not only this, get this. What is it I don't know that I know the enemy knows because he's banking on me not knowing so that I can stay in ignorance, so I can stay bound, so I can stay in bondage to my own thought process. There's a truth that I don't know because if I knew it, I would be free because he promised. That is a promise. Oh, man, I'm getting wound up. I'm so excited. There's a truth I don't know. Or there's a place of willful ignorance that I want to stay in because I get to have my way. And I know it's a quick relief. It's a instant gratification. I do know that. Yep. But do I want to be gratified more than I want to be free? That is the question. Do I want instant gratification? Do I want the sugar rush and the high that comes from eating whatever I want, whensoever I want to? Or do I want freedom more than I want to gratify my flesh? That has to be the question. That is the question. Question is, do I want to satisfy my flesh more than I want to be free? Because there are moments, show is, honey, you throw caution to the wind. You be like, you know what, skip this. I want this and I want it now. But it comes at the consequence of bondage. I just wanted to tell you that it works. You right? Janine, the gratification don't long. The gratification doesn't last long. And you're running after the high again. I'm tired of running after the high. And then he's letting me know, guess what, boo? You don't have to run after the high because I'm sweeter than the honey in the honeycomb. And I will satisfy you with long life. I will satisfy you with you knowing that you can overcome because the enemy will lie. The enemy is lying. The enemy has lied for years. You can't do that. You can do that. You can't do that. And even what he's brought to my mind the last couple of days, the Lord brought it to my mind as to why I've been stuck in some areas. I've heard people say, oh, you can lose the weight, but you can't keep it all. And you don't think that stuff stuck to you. But it does. And then you start to think, well, you start to come into agreement with it. Maybe that's right. But you come into agreement with a lie and you partner with the lie so you can have your way. Girl, I'm going to go back and listen to this one myself. This one is good. Yeah, that's why we partner with lies. We partner with lies because we really want our way. We really want to be rebellious at that moment. We really want to say, you know what? Skip this. I want what I want. And then we partner. And then the high don't last, and we're running after it again. But if you confess with your mouth, submit yourself to God first, then resist the devil. We can't resist him on our own. We don't have any power in our own strength. We don't have any power in our mind to resist the enemy because that is his playground. That's the battlefield is in the mind. The mind, the will, the emotions. That's where the battleground is. So you're going to have to open up your mouth. It doesn't matter how you look. Honey, skip how you look to other people. When I was in that store, honey, I could care less. Because I had to get rock solid about my conviction at that moment. And I had to tell that thing out loud. I am overcoming this. This is not stronger than me. It is a temptation to prove that I'm overcoming this. It is a temptation to prove that I'm stronger in this. It is what it is. But I am who I am in my Father. And I get to stand up and say, you know what? I ain't doing this today. And get an attitude. Get an attitude with the temptations like you get an attitude with your kids. Get an attitude. No, I'm overcoming this. I told my son yesterday, boy, bye. Bye. Let me tell you this and then I'm done. That boy gonna call me and ask me if he could walk the dog. We have 2 dogs. I have a big German Shepherd who likes to be outside because MJ don't torture him. And then we have a little Jack Russell Terrier mix. So anyway, he called me, Mom, can I walk Nico? I said, sure you can. Nico would like that. Then he said, can I use your car? He said, can I take Nico out to the airport to throw the ball? I said, sure you can. Then he asked me, can I use your car to take him? I said, boy, bye. You gonna use your car. He wanted to use my car. We've got to talk to ourselves. We got to talk to Fat Brain, the temptations. We have to talk to the temptation in our mind like we talk to our kids and tell them, bye. Goodbye. Because you're trying to lock me up again. And I'm just getting a little taste of what it is to be free in him. And to know this isn't about losing weight. This is about us becoming who we were always meant to be. Weight loss is a part of that, but that's not all of it because he wants us to begin to stand up and take authority over our appetite. Just one at a time. And guess what? You're not bad or wrong or outside of his love if you can't, if you're not strong enough. I'm just passing on some information that works for me. But I tell you what, you say it and you continue to say it, you're going to find yourself overcoming more and more and more and falling out of agreement with the lie and standing up to the lie and saying, I'm not doing that today. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Why? Because after we come out of this, I'm going to be bitter and I'm going to be bigger and I'm going to be mad. And he wants me to stay in a place of self-loathing. So I never accomplish the thing God has anointed me to do in the earth. So guess what? Now I've passed it on to you. Fruit and seed. I gave you some seed because I've had some fruit in my life. Yeah, it just happened since yesterday, boo. But I tell you what, it works. And I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to keep using that strategy. Why? Because I'm rat tired. And I lived that way for too long, being led completely by my flesh. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be led by the Spirit of God. I want to be free in here and here. So anyway, I got to get ready and roll out. Hope I wasn't rambling on too long for you. I hope you take this, go back through and watch it. And I'm going to be posting this maybe on YouTube. At any rate, y'all have a good day. And I hope it's giving you some strategies to use. That's my hope. Let me pass on some strategies, okay? Bitter and bigger. Yep. I know that ain't what the Lord wants for me. You right about that, Sister Roxanne. But I tell you what, until I get hope to myself, that's exactly what it's going to be. But we got some wisdom today. Thank you so much for hopping on. My name is Lacey. I got some fruit. I just opened it up and have given you some seed. Now, what you do with this, it's going to be completely up to you. But I tell you what, overcoming is an intentional act. We have to overcome on purpose. So, y'all have a good day. Be blessed. I'm excited. As you can see, I'm wound up. But I think I'm better now. Anyway, have a good day. Keep overcoming because you can, because you're bigger than the temptation. Put that joy of the Lord out in front of you and go on and overcome this day, okay? All right. Bye-bye.